But my friends, let's get started with double digit. So we were saying that double digit is kind of like place value. You have the numbers in your 10 spot, which are kind of a strip if you want to look at it that way, or it's a bundle. But then we also had our ones place, which would add up those single ones, those single digits that aren't able to make a 10 yet. Once we go past 9, so here we have 9 ones, once we add that 10, we have to bump over to the next number in place value, the 10 spot. Once we got 10 tens, which is funny to say, 10 tens, we jump over to the 100s place in place value. And that's what a number looks like, is really just telling you how much is in the spot. So the number 1 is really just 1 cube, one lonely, lonely cube. But the number 11 is 1 10 and 1 1. So if you were to add them up, you could go 10, 11. 10 plus 1 equals 11. Now we talked about that a little bit more next week, and I wanted to say last week, and if you're still having trouble with place value or knowing if a number is tens or ones or how many's in each, definitely stay in here with me, whether during your special or we can talk after your special. Next week, I'm going to try and make sure we meet a little bit more one-on-one or in small groups. I'm already making that list and I'll send it out to your parents. I'm going to share my screen so I can show you a little bit more of what I'm talking about here. So, Robert, can you give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen? Thanks, buddy. All right, so I want to show you a double-digit subtraction problem. Remember how we were saying that it's not really sideways now? It used to be sideways, but it's easier for us in first grade to do it from top to bottom. So if my first problem was 32 minus 21, that looks pretty intense. Those are big numbers. But when you break it up into place value, that's why we learn place value first. If you break it up into place value, it becomes easier for you to see. Robert, go ahead and bring yourself back. My friends, I can still see you, just a reminder. All right, I would like to break mine up into the tens and ones spot. This is what we were doing before when we had place value, when we were doing double digit addition. I'm going to do the first one for you just to get us warmed up, but I have a couple more that you can help me with, if we have time, that is. We want to make sure we still have time for writing. If you break it up into tens and ones like this, you'll be able to do smaller subtraction problems. In this case, I have 32. Which is showing me that if it's place value, I have 2 ones, 1, 2, and 3 tens, 1, 2, 3. If you're not sure, looking at 32, how many tens and ones there are, you just have to split it up like this, and it literally gives you the answer. There's 2 ones and 3 tens because they're split up into those spots. So knowing that, I could look at 21, and I see where it's split up. There's only 1 1 here, and since it's in the 10 spot and I see the number 2, it must be 2. 2 tens, 10, 20, 21. Yep, it makes sense to me. It matches up nice and perfect. So now that we separated it into tens and ones, like I said, the equal sign becomes that straight line so that we wouldn't confuse it by putting our numbers under 2 lines. You just add the ones and the tens. What before was a big problem, 32 minus 21, oh my goodness, now becomes 2 minus 1. Now if you held up 2 fingers and you took away 1, you have 1 left. if I had my 2 here, my 1 here, there they are. If I took away the 1 from them, I took away my 1, took away my 1, I only have 1 left. 2 minus 1 equals 1. Now, this is saying I have 3 tens. I have 3 tens, and I need to take away 2 of them. This is where it gets confusing. Watch what I do. I know I'm taking away 2 of them. So, take away 1 10, take away 2 10. You are not counting these tens. So you can scribble them out once you figure out that that's 2 tens. Because then I would have 3 left, and we know 3 minus 2 does not equal 3. I had 3 tens, 10, 20, 30. I took away 10, that's 20. I took away another 10, and I'm left with only 1 10. You can see that here, 10, 20, 30. I took away 20, 10, 20. And if you're left with 110, you drop that down, and your answer is literally there for you. You were just doing 2 minus 1 and 3 minus 2, but your answer becomes 11 because it was already split into the tens and ones. Now, if this was your worksheet that you were doing today, you would just have to write the answer here. But I do definitely think if you're having trouble doing double-digit addition or subtraction in your head, which it's totally okay if you're still struggling with that because we're just starting it, definitely bring it out onto another piece of paper or a whiteboard. Now, who could help me with my next one? Let's do another problem. We're going to separate it into tens and ones. We're going to separate it into tens and ones. Here's your problem. How about, ooh, this looks big, but I promise it's not if you split it up into tinier problems. 65 minus 43. 65 minus 43. Now, seeing that we're probably going to split it into tens and ones, I made my nice little T chart here. Who would like to take a crack at this? Ones, we have our ones, we have our tens. Oops, I just ruined my marker, my bad. You want to try, Robert? We'll have Robert try. I like that Samartha's using the raise your hand button. Awesome job, but I'll have Robert go first. Robert, look at the number 65. Can you use that for place value?
Mm-hmm.
So can you model it for me? 65, how many tens are there?
6.
6. And how many ones are there?
5.
So if he says that, look, I had to switch to my other side of my marker here so it looks a little lighter. Robert's saying 65. Look, here's the number. We just separated it into tens and ones. 65. It has 6 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, Robert, how would I do 43? Try it again. I can't hear you.
4 tens and 3 ones.
4 tens and 3 ones. Now, if he's right, it should say 43. 4 tens and 3 ones. He just split it up and was able to see the place value by looking at the different digits and where they are in the number. 4 tens and 3 ones. Now, Robert, you just made it into 2 problems. 5 minus 3 and 60 minus 40. It looks like 6 minus 4, but we need to remember we're in the 10 spot. What's 5 minus 3, Robert? And while he's trying to figure out the answer, see if you can do it in your head too, class. Obviously, I don't have 18.
2.
What is it?
2.
We had 5. Let's take away 3. 1, 2, 3. Robert, you're right. I'm left with 2 ones. We'll even draw it here. There's our 2 ones. What would 60 minus 40 be? It looks like 6 minus 4. Should I cross it out? Maybe that would help.
2.
1, 2, 3, 4. You're left with 2 tens, 20. Now, if you weren't sure, if subtraction is not your thing, which it's definitely not my thing, I like to do addition. I might not know what 6 minus 4 is, but if I know how far away 6 and 4 are, here's 4, I need to get to 6, 1, 2, I know they're 2 apart on the number line. So my answer must be 2. Hey, look at that. I made 11 up here, and now we have 22. You can count that by, here's your tens, 10, 20, 21, 22. Perfect, Robert. Awesome job. If I had my sheet, I would write here 22. Now let me check with the class. Give me a thumbs up if you agree with Robert. If you were able to have the same opinion, you can either press the thumbs up button or you can just give me a thumbs up in your camera. Nice. Yes, Kenzie, do you have a question?
No.
Oh, okay. I saw the raise your hand. It says you raised your hand, but were you pressing the thumbs up?
No.
Oh, strange. Okay. Well, Kenzie, while I have you, would you like to try the next one with me?
Okay.
Ooh, that's how you get them, friends. If you're ever a teacher, you trick them into doing the problem with you. All right, Kenzie, and the rest of you. If you want, you can get out a piece of paper or try it in your head, helping me write it out for the whole class. But you're still doing this on your own because you need to make sure that you can give me a thumbs up and say that you agree with Kenzie. Kenzie, you know I love double digits. So you know I love when it's a double problem. So I'm going to give you what looks kind of silly, 77 minus 22. Do you think you can map that out with me?
I have 100 chat I could use.
You couldn't have said something more perfect. If you are struggling, my friends, or just getting used to it, Kenzie's getting used to double-digit subtraction, you can look at that 100s chart and be able to start at number 77 and go back 22. That might take you a long time, Kenzie. So let's start with a smaller problem here. Kenzie could really just do one problem, and I'll show you why. Here's our tens. Here's our ones. Ooh, with our messed up marker. Kenzie, let's write the number 77. Let's do the place value for 77, Kenzie. How many tens are in 77?
7.
Yeah, let's see if you're right. 70. So I hear the 70, so you're definitely right about the tens. How about the ones?
7.
Right, because if you look here, just cut this into tens and ones. The first number is the ones, the lonely, lonely ones that haven't made it into a strip yet. And then the tens are those strips. So we have 77. Let's try 22. Go ahead, Kenzie.
2.
2 what?
Tens.
20. Okay, you're right about that. And
2
20
ones.
and 2 ones. Kenzie, does your answer match what I have here?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so you got it. You got the place value. And Kenzie, I don't know about you, but I'm noticing something. These are the exact same problem. That's the awesome part about double digits that are double facts. So Kenzie, let's see. If we had 7 ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, how many are we taking away?
22.
Oh, we're splitting this up. So you're right, from 77
2.
we're taking away. But right, if we're just looking at our ones, we have 7, we take away 2. Would you like to do that first, or do you want to do it with me?
Do it with you.
Okay, we have 7. I drew them out, and it's saying here to take away 2. My friends, in your head, do 7 minus 2. That's quicker than doing 2 plus what equals 7. Here, Kenzie, let's take away 2. 1, 2.
2.
And now let's see how many we have left, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
5. 7 minus 2 equals 5. But Kenzie, 70 minus 20? That sounds huge. How can I do 70 minus 20? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's my 7 tens. How can I do such a big problem? Is there any way we could make this into a smaller problem?
Let's see. You could go to 7, take away 2.
Ooh, so instead of looking at it as 70 and 20, you're saying look at it as 7 tens and taking away 2 tens. So let's see if that's right. 10, 20. I took away my 2 tens. Okay, Kenzie, now what should I do? This is what I had left.
Now you could go and
This is how many tens I have left. Could we count them?
4.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens. Do you know what that makes?
50.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I think she's right, but I'm not writing 50, right?
No.
I'm not writing 50, friends, because Kenzie counted the tens. She wasn't counting 70 minus 20. She was doing 7 tens minus 2 tens equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens and 5 ones. 50. My friends, give me a thumbs up or hit that button if you got 55. Thank you, Kenzie. Malvina's giving me a thumbs up. She got it. Nice job, Natalie and Allison. My friends are raising their hands. I'm so impressed. So impressed. Good job, Riley and Bella. Good job, Ryan. All right, how about this? I'm going to give you my last problem, and then we are going to, I'll show you what your homework is for today and kind of this week. And then I'll real quick tell you about your writing, or we'll do a scavenger hunt, and then I'll send you off to special. My friends, if you have a paper that's perfect, you can map it out. If you're just using your head, I'll try and draw it here for you. But your last math problem with me is 81 minus 20. Look at that powerful 0. Remember, 0 is very important because it's still holding a place in the number. Sure, you might have 0 ones or 0 tens wherever it's sitting, but how is that going to try and mess up your math problem, okay? Now, while you're doing that, I'll draw my little 10 frame here. It's a minus problem, a subtraction problem. Try and think of how many 10s you have. Try and think of how many 1s you have. The answer is quite funny. If I were you, I would start with the 1s, the smaller numbers, how to subtract them. And then you have here a bigger problem. So try and start with whatever's the smallest problem for you. If it's trying to see 2 and getting to 8, that's fine by me. Or is it 8 getting to 2? Or what is 2 away from 8? Try and see what's the easiest way for you to solve that problem. Yes, Samarth, you have a question? What were you going to say?
Yeah, I have completed it.
Oh, okay, good. I'm happy that you're finding it something that you can do nice and quick. I'm curious, Samarth, to see how quick you can do your work today. Once you figure out double-digit addition or double-digit subtraction, it's just, oh my goodness, it's a fun time. It's just a mystery. Here, Samarth, I'll keep you with me. My friends, I'll give you another moment. If you were doing this in your head, split it up into problems. What would my problem be for my 1s, Samarth?
So the problem will be 1 minus 0.
It would be 1, 1 minus 0 1s. And how about my 10s? What would my problem be for that?
8 minus 2.
8 minus 2. 81 minus 20. It looks exactly like the number here. You're right, Samarth. So Samarth is saying that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 80 here, and I'm taking away 20. I have 8 10s, 1 1. Samarth, how can I take 0 from 1?
I have an interesting fact. We have to do like up to bottom. That's what I do.
So what do you mean by that?
Do 1 minus 0, not 0 minus 1.
No, right. It is 1 minus 0. But I'm saying, how can you take away 0 from 1? How do you do that?
You don't even take anything away from 1.
What?
Because 0 equals nothing.
Nothing. So, okay, so we had 1 cube. Let's take away nothing. Ready, go. Oh. Let me try again. All right, I'll try it with this yellow cube. I have 1 and I take away 0. Ready? Go. Oh.
You take away nothing. So that means you don't do anything.
So what's the answer?
The answer is just 1.
Oh, wait. Okay, so I'll put the 1 here. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. What about if I'm at 80? How do I take away 2? Am I taking away 2 from 80 so that way it's 78?
No. You have to do, now I'm going to do it 8 minus 2, and 8 minus 2 is 61.
Oh, wait, so I have 8 10s here, so I could say 80 minus 10 minus 20, or I could say 8 minus 1 minus 2. And what am I left with, you said?
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're right. 6 10s, which makes 60.
The answer is 61.
We'll see about that.
You don't have to put the 0. Oh, yeah, I didn't see that.
Oh, he's right. 61. If you have a 0, you're not taking away anything. My friends, go ahead and give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Did you get 61? You were doing this on your own. How do we do on that, friends? A lot of you are drinking something right now. Should I have brought a drink? Let me know next time. Yay, we have so many thumbs up. I'm so excited. And if you're a thumb sideways or a thumbs down, that is absolutely okay too, because hello, it's day one. My friends, let me show you what your work is for today. This week, all of you are going to have your math problems on the computer. Can you see our classroom right now? No? Okay, one second. Resume share. How about this? Can you see it now?
Yes.
Look at us all. Look at Miss Remitz learning. So, my friends, you will go to classwork today, and don't worry, I'll bump it up for you. We have our math activities, which are currently at the bottom, but I'll move it to the top. And it says double-digit subtraction Tuesday, 5-5. That's today, as Piper told us. If you click on that, it'll say solve the double-digit subtraction problems. Try and crack the code on these mystery sentences. Use your subtraction skills to help. Good luck. Don't forget to turn it in. Now, my friends, see here it says 0 turned it in? That's because none of you did it yet, because I didn't tell you about it. You have to click this blue button. Remember, Miss Remitz says, always click the blue button, and it'll ask you to turn in your assignment. That's the only way I'll know if you did it. Otherwise, I have to go hunting for it, and I'm not looking to do that. If you click on it, you have 2 pages a day. You're not going in your book anymore, because I know that it was kind of a little confusing. But look, hey, you did this last week. It's just subtraction now. And then the second paper you'll have to do, this one's fun. I'm so excited. This week we're doing subtraction. It's a mystery message. So I gave you the first answer here, 75 minus 23. If you get the answer and you look down here, it'll be a little small right now because I'm presenting. It'll be bigger for you. It'll say 52. If you found the answer, you have to put the letter there. Instead of saying that problem 1, problem 2, this is M. And eventually you're going to spell out a word or a sentence. So it's kind of like detective work. But that's what you're going to be doing today for math class. If you have trouble handing it in, let me know.